Hi there Libra, thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 15th of June, and it continues to be a very exciting time for you particularly. This is because the Sun continues to combine with Mars, and for this next week in the part of your horoscope which is very much to do with creating within you a yearning for new experiences. So it could be a case of out with the old and in with the new, especially with Mars involved, because it's much more impetuous and wants change is or desires met very, very quickly. But there is a new moon which occurs on Tuesday, and the moon therefore is very much more to do with how we feel comfortable within ourselves, our environments, our family situation. But even here, if your everyday routines have become too samey, it's a good time to try to shake things up. The greater the variety, the greater the spontaneity, the happier you're going to be. And with Venus and Jupiter both emphasizing your sector of friendships, and Jupiter forging a fantastic link with Uranus all through this week, surprise connections to people are entirely possible. And perhaps with people who are very different to you, from completely different backgrounds, but the electricity that's created can really weld you together, and it's something you can really feed off. But it's not just your everyday routines and perhaps your interests and hobbies that are up for discussion, because you may find yourself starting to think more about your work, and this is going to become much more of a theme in the week after this one. So if so, you're preparing the way. But Mercury, the planet of thought, communication and talk, it is now going forwards, but it does repeat a square that it first went through with Neptune at the end of May and the start of June. And there could be one cloying situation which keeps holding you back from making a series of changes or being bolder or moving outside your own comfort zone, and it can come up again towards the end of this week. You're going to need to ask yourself a question. Are you going to let this situation, this limitation, stop you from really prospering in the way you want? It's only a question that you can answer. Now, Saturn, the planet of structure, does rewind at the very start of this week back into your sector of resources. Now, it was there for 2.25 years through to just before Christmas last year. And from now through to the middle of September, you might have to tighten your belt once more. But it also can be a time when all the hard work you put in being much more cautious about your resources in that overall period of time is really going to start to pay off, and you can see that things are becoming more stable and more secure for you. So it could be a time of reward, or there may be more work to do. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.